Hey, this is Rob Moore, award-winning author and leadership expert and founder of leadershipperformancetips.com, and welcome back. I help leaders and people that want to become leaders get the people that they lead to perform better no matter where they are or what they do, and ultimately turn into top performers. So if you made it to this webpage, obviously you're here because you're interested in investing in my ebook, Show Up, Step Out, and Shine, creating a culture of leaders who shine. So I created this video because I really just wanted to talk a little bit about why I created this book and what it's about, and even revealing some of the content and some of the chapters that are inside. There's a lot of content in this book, so I am not going to go through everything like I did in other videos that I did. But the first thing I have to say is this book is actually in physical format too, which is pretty cool. If you're interested in getting the physical version, so you can have something tangible in your hands, something that you can take with you on the road and wherever you want to go, at the very bottom, there's going to be a link to another website where you can actually get the physical version. The physical version, well, the investment is $14.97. The ebook, which the benefit again, the ebook is you get it immediately after you click the buy now button. The ebook is $9.97, but if you want the physical one, which I highly recommend, it's $14.97. So basically, this book right here is really for you. This is not about really how you get other people to perform better. There are some examples, there are some stories in here, but this is all about how you become a better leader, especially a better leader of your life. Because I wholeheartedly believe that you cannot really effectively lead other people until you can effectively lead yourself. So that's what this book is really all about. I wrote this book. It really talks about where I was at the lowest point in my life. A point where, I was frustrated, I was in pain, I didn't think I amounted to anything. I never thought I could do anything with my life. I was stuck, and I thought that there really wasn't much of a future for me. And I talk about being at that point. That's pretty much where the book starts. And I talk about how I went from there to earning 6 figures at a corporate career. And I talk about all the strategies, my whole story of what I went through and all the tips and strategies that I implemented on my journey, in order to do that, because I really had to learn how to lead myself in order to make these things happen. So let's talk a little bit about some of the content. Obviously, the core of the book, the journey, is show up, step out, and shine. If you haven't heard already, show up means to be present. Step out means to be unique, and shine means to be your best. So that's the main core of what it takes, to really get yourself to perform better and really become a leader of your own life. And then some of the other chapters here, this book has a lot of testimonials in it because a lot of people have read it. I start off talking about showing up. And, when I talk about showing up, I really start from the point right where I graduated from high school. That's really where this whole book started. Chapter 1 is show focus. Chapter 2, hold yourself to a higher standard. Chapter 3, optimism is key. Chapter 4, win with a winning attitude. Chapter 5, use yourself up daily. Chapter 6, put yourself in a position to succeed. And then at the end, so all of those things right there have everything to do with showing up, and there's all different types of stories and examples of exactly what I was going through to help you understand what those chapter titles really mean. so that you can implement them into your life. And then once you get through a whole section, then I do a little summary. It's called important points to remember. Let's see, that's on page 36. I just pull out like the most important things that I talked about. So I'll give you these. So I put here, do the best you can in everything you do. Give it everything you have on a daily basis. Bring your best self to every task at hand. I challenge you to not just show up, but to show up. If success is to happen for you, it is up to only you. Show up physically, emotionally, intellectually, mentally, and spiritually. You can do better than you're doing right now. Get some goals, develop a plan, and then act on them with a sense of urgency. Get the negative people out of your life so you can make room for the positive ones. Be open to change and then embrace them. So those are some of like the important points, out of those first 6 chapters. But, I'm actually getting a little excited reading through this thing again. I'm going to have to read this book again. This is a good book. And then after I go through and I pull up the important points to remember, then there's always a section of action steps that you can take. So like for the first show up section, after all those chapters, there is literally 18 action steps that you can take. Now you don't have to take them all, but there's but it will definitely get you on your way to showing up in your life. Section 2, step out. I told you what stepping out is all about. And then I can give you some of the chapter titles on there. So, you got step out. It goes all in depth about step out, what it means, the story that really made that concept be born, and then chapter 7, here's some of the chapters here. Step out of who you are. Try different approaches. Chapter 9, exit the common crowd. Chapter 10, perform better than the average person. Chapter 11, open your mind. Chapter 12, understand that failure is a part of the process. Chapter 13, take risk. And then that's the end of step out. You have important points to remember. Let's see here, page 87. I have 6 important points to remember. I won't give you those. You can read those when you get the book. But then we go into section 3. Section 3 is shine, which is, like I said, it's be your best. I go into the whole biggest story of how I came up with that whole philosophy. And chapter 14 is spot opportunity. Chapter 15, hold yourself accountable. Chapter 16, invest in yourself. Chapter 17, new habits. Chapter 18, expect excellence. And then we go into important points to remember. And then we got some shine action steps. There's action steps for step out. I don't know if I said that or not. Then I sum the whole book up, about the author. You can learn some more stuff about me. Then I talk about, some of the speeches I do there. And, that's what the front of the ebook's going to look like. If you get the physical version, this is what the back is going to look like. But, the back just talks a little bit about me, where I came from, my whole little story blurb. That's not even important. And it talks about the steps. I actually have the steps laid out here on what the steps mean and, in more detail of what the steps are all about. And then there's just a ton of testimonials here. And, I also have another website, where you can get more tips, from, that have to do with the whole show up, step out and shine. That's at my other site, therobmoore.com. So this is the book here. Let me see, what else can I tell you about this book? All right, there's a lot of content in here, but I told you what it is. I think I told you why. I just really wanted to let people really know what's possible. When you really get focused, it doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter what you're going through. All it really takes sometimes is one idea. And that's what it started with me. It started with one idea. My mom said something to me, and it wasn't what she said, but what she said made me realize that, what? I have 100% control of my life. I can do anything that I want to do, and the only way any of that stuff is going to happen is if I make it happen. It doesn't matter who your parents are. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your current circumstances are. Anything can happen, but you have to be the one to make it happen. And this book is all about, the journey of how do you really go from a point where you think that, you don't deserve success, or you don't think anything is possible, or you really think that you're going to be in this stuck space, for the rest of your life, to really getting out of that, making a difference in the world. Because like I said several times, and I will always say this to the day that I die, that if you want to effectively learn how to lead other people, you have to effectively learn how to lead yourself. And that's why the subtitle of this book is Creating a Culture of Leaders Who Shine, because I'm here to create leaders. That's what I want to do. And that's what I'm here to do. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So, if you want, read the rest of this page. If not, and you're ready to invest, all you got to do is go down to any of the buy now buttons. There's several on this page, and just click it and do your thing. But like I said, I highly recommend that you pick up a physical copy, because you could read it several times. You could take notes in it. You could take it wherever you want to go. It's also a great gift, for other people, especially kids. And really just, one real quick thing before I let you go. I actually had given this book to somebody, and they read it, and they were so inspired by the content that was in this book that they ended up buying 35 copies for a bunch of children, which was cool, really cool. And I tell you, they were very, very inspired and happy and very motivated to make some shifts in their life. And, I'm just really, really proud of that. So it's a great gift, for anybody. So like I said, now's the time. Make a decision, invest in it. Either hit the buy now or go to the bottom, hit the link and get the physical copy and go from there. So that's all I really got for you. Hey, this is Rob Moore reminding you to show up, step out, and shine. Now is your time, so make it shine. Thank you very much.